Yeah. He got it going on. And I want to be a part of the ongoing. Huh? So when you do something, do it from your heart. Don't mention it again. It's not even required when it's from the heart. The Lord here says that He has your reward of inheritance. And if you know anything about God's inheritance, that man say he got mansions.
Mansions, yeah.
That man say he got all the gold and all the silver. That man say he got all the cattle on 1,000 heath.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
He said the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. What can you give God in exchange for your soul? What profit a man to gain the whole world and then lose his soul?
Yes, sir. Amen. Amen.
Tired of folk running around here talking about what they done from the heart. Stop lying.
Stop lying.
I'm lying. Let's be honest. Say I did it for sure.
That's right.
God will respect you more and I will too. If you just say I did it for sure. I did it for the accolades. I did it for the pat on the back.
Yeah.
I did it to be seen.
All right.
I did it to be heard. I just rather you say that.
Amen.
That's right.
Hello, somebody.
Amen, Pastor.
Amen.
Amen. Yes, sir.
So people of God, that's something to think about when you say I'm doing it from the heart. Do it from the, go ahead on. Now make sure that it's done heartedly with your whole heart. Because we are working for me in no way. Is that right?
That's right.
We working for who?
The Lord.
The Lord. One of these days, in that parable of the talents, we're looking for something. The master that gave us resources, abilities, and opportunities. The servant with the 5 talents took good care of the resources, abilities, and opportunities of the 5 that was given to him. He went out and made 5 more for himself. And then he gave the 5 back to the master.
Yes, sir.
Then he had 5. And I know with the 5 that he had, he went and re-upped again.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I used to do
Yeah.
when I was in the dope game.
Yeah.
Used to flip.
I used to flip it.
Put them backs. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know nothing about that. I'm sorry. When I was in the dope game, I had to take my re-up money.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Stay on.
Yeah,
Been
yeah.
that duck man.
Okay, he looked at me like I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I couldn't touch that. I had to leave that alone first because, I had to re-up with that. Yeah, so I wasn't loaning, I wasn't, keeping that money special to the side because, I had to, So the one with the 5 talents, he did the right thing. The one with the 2 talents did the right thing, but the one that had the 1, bless his little heart and all his parts, he was scared.
Yeah.
He was scared. He didn't have the 1, and he was scared to lose the 1, and he knew how the master was. Matter of fact, he lied to himself on the master. He said that he knew the master was ruthless. But the master was actually generous because guess what? He didn't even have to give you 1.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
There's a reason that he gave you.
That's something to think about real quick. He didn't even have to give you 1. And so you take the 1 that he did gave you, and instead of making good use out of 1, now you're going to go bury it in the ground.
Yeah.
And now that means you ain't got nothing but the 1 that don't belong to you. It belonged to the master.
That's right.
Amen.
And so when the master come back, you don't have nothing to show for what he gave. Now what that's going to look like, people of God, when the Lord come back and we ain't got nothing to show for what he gave us. Oh, that's going to be the awful price we're going to have to pay. And you ain't going to want to see that day.
Amen. Amen.
But we all are looking for the principle of reward when we hear his voice say, well done, thy good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over a few things, and now I'm going to make you ruler over many things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But we get ahead of ourselves a lot of times, Deacon Palmer. We want to be ruler over many things, but we ain't faithful over the few that we got.
Yeah.
Right. That's
Amen.
right.
Amen.
You got to be faithful over the few. You got to be faithful with the hoop tip. You got to get up under the hood and tune it up and change the oil and the filters and put down the highway.
Yes,
You know, you may not have no AC in the car right now, you know, and I know it's summertime and it's hot and everything like that. But you still got a 255 unit. You can roll your two windows down, rolling at 55 miles an hour, and you still got you some fresh air.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
You got to be faithful over a few things, you see,
Yeah.
before God will make you rule over many. Because what makes good sense, if you're not going to take care of what you do have, to say that you're going to take care of more than what you don't have.
All right.
Amen.
All
That's
right.
right.
Amen.
That's right.
That don't make good sense. That don't make common sense.
All right.
And God is a God of decency and order. And that ain't decent and that ain't even in order. The decent thing would be that I would take care of what I got first.
Amen.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And then God will continue to bless me with more.
Yes.
And then watch this, don't get stingy now.
Amen. Amen.
Some of y'all already being blessed, so don't get stingy now with your little old blessing. You remember the hoopty you was driving, and you still you found your niche in it.
Yes.
You was able to keep it up and maintain it so it could get you to A and B, and some other places C and D too.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Yes, sir.
Huh? And now you done got the big body.
No, nobody.
And Cedric the entertainer. You done got the big body now. Yeah, you rolling now.
Yeah.
But you gonna park the hoop tip. It's a historical monument now. Yeah, see, that's what I used to have right there. Well, see, this is the lack. This is the lack right here. That's
See them things on there?
yeah. See them.
See them things on there?
Got the balls on that thing.
Yeah.
Trues.
Yeah, true.
Huh?
Yeah.
Trues and bows. That's what we used to call it back in the game. See, what they rolling on right now in 16 and 17, we was rolling on them in 1982.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, they 35 years in the hole. We had already rolled on them. We used to put them on them Monte Carlo. We used to put them on them 76, 77 Monte Carlo.
With the ricks.
Yeah, man, the car couldn't even get that close to you, man. The man won't stick it out like that.
Yeah, man.
We had to be in the middle of the street to turn the corner. And
The T-tops.
yeah. Yeah, that was before some of y'all was even born. Yeah.
24 pilots.
We had the diamond in the back, yeah, man. We used to cut the back seat out and put them 24 pioneers, them 6x9s up in there. Well, you can hear me 6 blocks down the road.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Right.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, but it's a historical monument now. It's sitting up in the driveway so I can show people,
What I had.
yeah, what I had, how God done blessed me now.
Yeah.
But really, you don't have a blessing until you done gave the first blessing.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. All right. All right.
Somebody can use that car.
That's right.
Somebody walking.
Yeah.
Somebody on the bus. Somebody late for work. Somebody struggling. The car that I had, that I struggled with to maintain, and then I maintained it and sustained it until I was able to get a better one. Now I need to give it away to somebody that needs it.
Amen.
That's right.
Amen.
Not to somebody that don't deserve it. I say somebody that needs it.
That's right. Amen.
Help me, Holy Ghost.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
We looking for his voice to say, well done, thy good and faithful servant. Now look, we got a few examples here. So we're going to get rid of the principles now. We got a few examples here, and I know time is running short on me. And I knew it would. That's okay. Y'all got your worksheet. Our first example is Brother Joseph. Okay? What's on your worksheet? Tell me what's on your worksheet. Where is it? Yeah? Genesis what?
49 and 13.
Okay, let's go to Genesis 49 and 13. And we're going to have to do this in 10 minutes, so y'all come on.
I'm there.
Okay, come on with it.
Word of God reads, Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for a haven of ships, and his border.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Genesis 49, he shall, and his border shall be in his right arm.
Okay. Maybe I was.
Wait, hold on, Pastor, hold on.
Maybe I was supposed to put.
Is it 48 and 13? 48?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Joseph took them both,
Yeah, that's it.
Ephraim.
That's it. It's 48. Forgive me, people of God. Write that on your sheet.
Okay.
48:13. Thank you. Thank you. I apologize for that. 48 and 13. Let's do it.
And Joseph took them both,
And Joseph took them both,
Ephraim in his right hand,
Ephraim in his right hand,
toward Israel's left hand,
towards Israel's left hand,
and Manasseh in his left hand,
and Manasseh in his left hand,
toward Israel's right hand,
toward Israel's right hand,
and brought them near unto him.
and brought them near unto him. Do y'all remember what happened to Brother Joseph? You remember Brother Joseph was sold by his brothers into slavery.
Yes, sir.
And being sold into slavery, we probably thought that was foo-foo. That was probably the worst thing that could happen to me. And where it was all in God's plan for Joseph to be in Egypt. Right? And Joseph became second in command.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about Brother Joseph right now. He liking this here. He loved it. I know he is. Yeah. He became second in command behind Pharaoh, and a famine took place. And the Israelites had to come to Egypt to try to buy food.
Yeah,
And then they didn't even know who they were looking at, but they were looking at their own brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah.
But he knew them.
You knew them, yeah.
And you know what?
He had mercy on them.
It's like if you selling dope and you get caught, you go stitch me up.
He had mercy on them.
He ain't doing wrong.
No.
You hear me? Sister Hanchett, he didn't do them wrong. He brought them in.
Yeah.
He loved on them. He gave them more than what they came for and what they paid for.
Amen.
Matter of fact, he gave the money back to them and more.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Jesus.
Yes, Lord.
He took one in this hand, he took another in this hand, and he brought them in near. But if somebody do us wrong, we're going to have a tendency to hit them with this hand and to gut them with that hand and push them away.
Yeah.
Talk back with me if you can right there.
Amen. Amen.
And so the example that we're looking at from Brother Joseph right now is called a spiritual. I didn't write it in there. I just wrote SP in there. That's a spiritual example.
Okay.
I know that's bad writing right now. I know it is. All right. What's the next example?
Matthew 28.
Let's go. Matthew 20 and 8. Y'all can read this on your own time. You understand it? I'm just trying to give you something right quick. So, as an example of good stewardship. Good stewardship. Good stewardship. Y'all know everything Joseph had, right? Oh, he could have acted bad. Oh, Lord, Joseph could have acted bad. Yeah, he could have acted bad with his brothers. But he was spiritual.
Amen.
Brother, when one is overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual. All right, Matthew 20:8. Come on, let's go.
So when even was come,
So when Eve was come, even was come, evening was come. Come on.
the Lord of the vineyard said unto his steward.
Now watch this now. You see that Lord? That's a lowercase Lord. That's the manager.
Yeah.
That's the manager of the workers. What did he say?
Call the laborers
Yeah.
and give them their hire,
Yeah.
beginning from the last unto the first.
Uh-huh. Now, do y'all remember that parable right there? Jesus needed somebody to go to work in the vineyard. And so he went to the marketplace. There's a bunch of idle people standing around.
Right.
And he went there and brought them on into the field. And they say, well, we're going to get paid. Well, I'm going to pay you what's right. Just go on in there and work. And say, okay, we got you. Lord, we got you. We going in there working. And he went back the third hour. And he got some more people that were still standing there.
Yeah.
And he brought them on in, 6th hour, 9th hour.
Yeah.
Then he come back again on the 11th hour.
Yeah.
1 hour before the end of the workday, he brought them on in too.
Yeah.
And then, this is the kicker, because everybody get paid the same thing.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It don't matter when you
Exactly.
And so now the Lord, the manager of the money, Jesus gave the money to him to pay everybody. Now they starting to complain, those that came in at the beginning, and say, why are we getting paid the same thing they getting paid? Well, did you agree to the penny?
Yes, we agree to. Yeah.
You agreed to that penny,
Yes, sir.
which wasn't actually a penny, it was a denarius, a denarii, $32. You know, even back then, that time, that was a whole lot of money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, $32 a day, you know, we blow that on cigarettes and beer today. Ain't nobody saying that.
Yes, indeed.
Bless your mouth. So, but they agreed to the penny, so they were wondering why we didn't get paid more than the one that came in at the last hour. How they gonna get $32 and we've been in this sun all day long, man? You done lost your mind. Now watch the Lord now, because the Lord had to be a special person to be able to take that type of scrutiny and still be able to stand there and do what Jesus had told him to do, and that's pay the workers.
That's right.
That's all I need you to do, Lord. All I need you to do is pay the workers. Hear the complaint, don't answer the complaint. Just pay the workers. And so what I'm saying to you people of God is, first, it don't matter what time you got into the vineyard, you still gonna get paid the same thing that everybody else getting paid. Amen. So ain't no need of you raising no hell, complaining and carrying on about the work that you doing in the vineyard, because your work ain't no greater or no lesser than nobody else's work, and you ain't getting paid no different than nobody else.
Amen. Yes, sir. That's right.
Now watch this here. I'm going to tell you what kind of example that is. That's a secular example.
Yes.
Okay, second. Okay. All right.
That's a secular example. You get paid nothing, nobody else get paid the same thing. It's funny how we can just raise hell with the Lord. Hello?
Amen.
I mean, all pastors using the word hell. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's look at 1 Corinthians, and then we going home. 1 Corinthians 9. Are you all ready there, Brother Deacon? All right, good. I'm going to read this one. But I have used none of these things, neither have I written these things, that it should be so done unto me. For it were better for me to die, than that any man should make my glorying void. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of. For necessity is laid upon me, yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. Now that's going to get tricky right there. What is my reward then? Verily, that when I preach the gospel, I may make the gospel of Christ without charge. Hold on. What did Paul just say? Wait a minute. So what is my reward then? That verily, that when I preach the gospel, I may make the gospel of Christ without charge. That I abuse not my power in the
Drop the mic, Pastor.
Yeah,
Drop the mic, Pastor.
I'm finna close the book. I got to close the book right there. Now, y'all ain't gonna believe this, but watch this. That's a satanic example. And I'm gonna tell you something. Anytime you take the word of the Lord, the word of God, for your own personal gain, that's some evil work. That's some satanic work right there. Because Jesus said, freely I give, freely you give.
Right.
Free, F-R-E-E. You know, where people come running, free.
Yes.
Free. Paul say, well, what is my reward then? If I charge for the gospel. I'm going to tell you what the reward is. You may not want to know, but you're going to burn in the pit. Everlasting, fire and brimstone, pit. Yes, Lord. Everlasting torment.
Never ending.
You ain't gonna find me ever doing that. No, Lord. No, Lord. I refuse. If any service that we're rendering unto God, it better be free.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
That's it.
Whatever it is. Whatever it is. If you're working for the Lord, you working for money? And see, I know that's the way of the world nowadays. I know. You got a reason. You got a reason to look strange. Because that's the way of the world nowadays. The way of the world says that my ability, I need to be paid for it. God didn't charge us. So you think He telling us to charge somebody? No, ma'am. No, He's not. But that's what's happening all over the world. And guess what? They saying that it's right. Then they'll take a scripture from the text and take it out of context because they don't know the content.
No.
That's it.
That's good, Pastor. Yeah.
They'll tell you something like, muzzle not the oxen that treaded out the corn.
Yeah.
So do you know what that really is? So that's saying that while the oxen were yoked together and they were walking around in circles on the spindle and they were treading the husk from the corn, if the oxen ever was to reach down in the corn and take a bite of corn to keep working, that's okay. But it's not saying that the oxen is going to eat up all the doggone corn.
Yes, that's right.
That's not what it's saying.
It's not saying that. Got these musicians. God bless their heart. I love music. I grew up in music. I scholarshiped in music. I love music. But shame on these musicians. They want $500 a site. And they ain't coming unless they get it. Yeah. 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 So, do you think it's right for them to charge to play God's music? And then watch this now. Just because, and I hate to jump ahead of myself because I really need to say this for next week, because when we start talking about these right here, this is when it's really going to kick in right here on 1 Corinthians 1 through 10. I really don't want to get into that right now. But let me just tell you, just because somebody is gifted and talented in the house of the Lord don't mean that they're spiritual.
Amen. Amen.
And so you'll be taking God's money, giving it to the devil.
That's right.
Uh-oh, ain't nobody saying nothing now.
Amen.
You know we know.
You know I know.
Ain't nobody saying nothing
I still
now.
got the email.
That pastor that's hooping and jumping all over the pews and carrying on, you pouring all that money into that plate and you giving it to him, guess what? That clown may not even be spiritual. Walk around with him Monday through Saturday.
And watch what we do.
Now, hello.
Or see if you can get that close to him. To walk around with him. See how he living. Not just in here, but out there.
Amen.
Just because he got that that gift to hoop and make you happy. I know he's all right. Be like, yeah. Say yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's a show what preaching.
I don't know what he preached. No, he's all right.
What did he say? He said, yeah. Say yeah.
And he died.
God bless you. God keep you in my prayer. We going to get off into this. And it is gifts. And I know that's going to be strange. It's going to be strange for a lot.